Hey guys, how's it going? This is Rabbit's Master back on the air once again, and today I'm going to be talking about the season episodes that opened up the new season of My Little Pony, which is now in season 7. Now you may have remembered me mentioning this if you see my update video about me going to give a quick thought about what my thoughts on the episodes were. But since this is a two-bar, this is going to be 10 minutes, but for just normal episodes that are going to be uploaded regularly on Saturday, for the episodes that are at least aired on Saturday, I'm going to upload each quick thought of each episode on Friday before My Little Pony is aired, at least the new episodes. But other than with that out of the way, let's get started with the season 7 premiere on My Little Pony with the first episode, Celestial Advice. With this episode, it goes with Starlight Glimmer having a celebration thrown for her Discord, Trixie, and Thorax for successfully being able to defeat Chrysalis and not only saving Equestria again, but also freeing most of the changelings from the Queen Chrysalis's rule. And how it opens up is actually quite a funny note. We get the same as usual Twilight, who's always concerned and worried about everything having to be perfect in a certain way, and Celestia being the troll. And actually, Discord this time is actually being a real pain in the flank. Literally. By actually bringing up that he's gonna tell every pony, like, what Twilight's big plan is to do with Starlight. Twilight goes in the panic mode, and in fact goes to Celestia for help. And then Twilight realizes that Celestia had to do the same with her, so now Twilight has to send Starlight away to some other place. But then Starlight starts fantasizing what could possibly go wrong and goes even more of a panic mode. And we actually learned something from Princess Celestia. She felt the same way when Twilight had to leave. We all remember in the very first season opener of season 1 of My Little Pony that Celestia went to send Twilight to make some friends. But we actually learn how Celestia had to deal with it, what her side of the story is. We all know she knows that Twilight was lonely and was pursuing her academics very well. And she was worried that Twilight was just focused on that, so she wanted to send her to Ponyville. And then she started fantasizing like what could happen. And we actually get a funny moment with the guards for a little bit. Then we come to the conclusion that Celestia knew that it was the right thing to do, and that she had to let Twilight go, like every other mentor has to. So then Twilight decides to go tell every pony what her plan is, and reveals that she is going to let Starlight choose her own path of where she has to go. And everyone is taken by great surprise by this, especially Starlight. But then we come to the point where Starlight actually isn't ready to herself. She's telling herself, at least, like, she isn't ready yet to leave Twilight, which is actually very surprising. I mean, she was shocked at first, but then she made up her mind. And in fact, we actually see a bonding moment between Twilight and Starlight. Being that she isn't ready to leave yet. And the gift apparently is a mirror with all the pictures of Starlight with her friends. Similar to what Twilight had. But still, I feel like this episode was a good opener for the season, and I couldn't wait for more episodes to come. And what's even more surprising is that it's a two-parter and there's another episode after this. So, with the first episode out of the way, let's get to the second part of the season premiere of My Little Pony, which is called All Balled Up. Alright, now we got is Balled Up. So how this episode goes is that Twilight and her friends go on the friendship suite. What we learn is really just team building games, and apparently when they sing a song as usual, which would make sense actually. I mean, just that part was pretty interesting. But back at the castle, Starlight and Trixie are having a problem with her own because Trixie is actually trying to learn some new magic. And she accidentally teleports the crystal table in the castle, which is not good. And Starlight goes into panic mode as well, and is in fact not very happy with Trixie. So, and we actually do learn that her anger is kind of feeling out to some kind of dark cloud above her horn, and she decides to use a spell to put it inside a bottle. Yeah, whenever it comes to putting things inside of something to think it'll solve everything, it's not going to end well. And Spike already had the feeling that it wasn't going to go too well. And so Trixie and Starlight go around town trying to figure out where it is, since how the spell works is that Trixie has to think of a place and is supposed to go, but she didn't remember. So they go around town trying to figure out where to find the other, to find the table. And at the time, while they're coming across other ponies, Starlight is getting more and more angry, and the ball is building up more and more. And I came to a point where Trixie wanted to know what was in the bottle, and it broke, infecting three other ponies, and that was actually not going too well for Trixie. But then Starlight confessed to how she felt and what was going on. And at that point, it was kind of a bonding moment for both Starlight and Trixie. Starlight had the fear that if she kept the ball in, kept her fears in, and that she did, and if she revealed them, that she would lose Trixie. But Trixie knew that if something was bothering Starlight, she would understand and she would help her. And amazingly, after that point, we actually do learn where the table is. In fact, that's a spa. And actually, the reason why I was at the spa is because that's where they first met, back in season 6. And that's kind of an awe moment. But the ending was pretty amusing, I must admit. So, anyways, that was kind of the season openers, with the parts 1 and 2 being the first one, Celestial Advice, and All Balled Up. And the next episode is going to be I don't know. It's gonna have Flurry Heart and Twilight in it, and Twilight's gonna have to take care of Flurry Heart, so that's gonna be pretty amusing. Anyways, that's about all the time I've got. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this, and until next time, this is Rabbits Master signing off. Bye, guys.